Hey guys and girls, welcome back to the Automation AI Car Generator Championships. In today's episode we'll be starting off our next split, 1966 for Gasmea. So let's get straight on with it. Okay, so here we are in 1966, ready to generate our next cluster for Gasmea. So let's generate our first entry. Okay, random number please, number 7. Which is Muscle Premium. Muscle Premium car. Okay, so it scores 136.3 in Premium Muscle. Let's take a look at what body it's chosen. Oh wow. 5.2 litre V8, 250 horsepower, 3.33 metre wheelbase, 5.7 metre long overall. Wow, that's enormous. Only getting Muscle Premium score, everything else it's probably too expensive for. So I shall sort out these arches and make things look a bit more appropriate. It would appear that this vehicle doesn't have adjustable arches. There's no movement for front or rear arches. That's a shame. It's going to look a bit daft. Well, it's okay. We don't have to look at the sides when we're driving, so let's go with it in the spirit of keeping it as close to what the generator gives as possible. It would be nice to have adjustable arches on all cars. Ooh, shiny. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. So this is entry number 13, first one of the 60s cluster, and it's called the Nexus. Just a shame about these arches here. So let's check the gears. Yep, terrible. Yeah, we can't do anything with the offset either here, but it's okay. Brakes are set up quite nice. 400mm discs. My goodness. But yeah, it needs it. It's have no brake fade, I suppose. Okay, so the markets are still pretty similar. Just GT and Muscle Premium interested. GT more than Muscle Premium actually, but I wouldn't recommend this for a GT body. The size of those lights at the back. Imagine getting reversed into with those. Ouch. Okay, so time for test track. See how it does in the automation track. 2:31.64. Now we check Road Atlanta. So that's 2 minutes, 0.13. And finally, Grand Valley Speedway. That's 2 minutes, 54.42. So I'll be doing that with all of the cars. Doing all 3 of those and recording the times. Okay, so the Nexus, ready for export. Does look like a Muscle Premium car, doesn't it? Okay, ready for the next one. Number 14. Generator number 2, which is Fun. We haven't actually had a just Fun car. We've had 2 Fun budgets and 2 Fun Premium cars so far. So let's see what we'll get for a Fun car. Okay, so we have our Fun car, 115.1 in Fun it scores. It's a first and strut semi-trailing arm setup, front longitudinal motor. And suddenly it scores 104 in Fun, so I'm not quite sure what happens there when the car loads in. We've just lost 11 of our score, so that might be a bug as well. And here it is, another one of these, only with technology 10 years newer, so and 80 horsepower, so this should be quite fun, I would imagine. Okay, so number 14 will look a bit like this, and it's called the Elk. Again, I'm using my random noun generator to come up with all these names, just to save a bit of time. Okay, so here's the design. And here are the markets, looking pretty strong. Even comes over to sport budget. Okay, so let's check the gearing, which doesn't look good. Okay, it seems like they actually prefer 4 gears. And check the brakes, and they are way stronger than the grip can handle. Yep, the score's rising if I lower that immensely large brake force. Bringing it down to something more reasonable is raising the score like crazy. To 107 now. 108. Starting to get brake fade though, so we'll leave it there. 225 mil on the front. Okay, adjusting the pad type as well. Let's raise the score up again to 111.3. So there's the design. 1.6 litre inline 4, 80 horsepower basically at 6,200. So it's a little rever. There's the markets once more. Much better now. Okay, the Elk ready for export. Little fun car with poor design as usual, but yeah, just getting it rolling. Okay, so next car. Generator number 10. Which is convertible sport budget. So, convertible sport budget, please. Okay, so it scores 151 in convertible sport budget. A red flag, and this is not a convertible. Well, I suppose it's a hard top. Yeah, I guess it is. Targa top. So I guess we'll allow it. But yeah, looks nice. Starting to get a bit more sporty looking in the bodies that we're getting offered. Okay, so this is entry number 11, the Synergy. I'm going to leave it in automation red, I think. It looks quite smart. So yeah, our convertible, or Targa top, is ready. Well, we should probably check the gearing and brakes first. Okay, so 141.8 in convertible sport budget. Let's see if we can squeeze anything else. It looks like that was pretty well optimized. Not quite perfectly. I'm guessing the engine hasn't got very much power, so it won't get any wheel spin. Still no wheel spin by a long way. Maybe it has large tyres. Okay, that looks good. Nice big tyres, yeah. Okay, brakes, they also look good. But a little over optimized for what the markets are asking for. Over optimized? No, just too strong. Okay, I'm going to imagine the affordability is what's improving the score, since it's cheaper to have smaller brakes until they start really worrying about the braking performance. Okay, that looks about right there, just off of 150 in convertible sport budget. Okay, so there's the detailed stats. 1.9 litre 4 cylinder. 88.8 horsepower, and it is a front longitudinal, so there's no mid-engine in this. It's a little front engine, like a 60s MX-5 or something. Here are the markets, looking pretty decent, scoring well in most of the sporty categories. Horrendously slow though. Okay, so the Synergy is ready for export. A little convertible sport budget car. Should be good fun. Okay, ready for our next entry. Generator number 8, which is sports budget. Okay, so it scores 134. Sports budget, double wishbone suspension all round with a front longitudinal drivetrain layout. Monocoque chassis. Let's take a look what it's chosen. Okay. Nice little coupe, kind of like a little touring car or something. Got a straight 6.3 litre, 140 horsepower. This ought to be good fun. Okay, so this is entry 16 and it's called the Mantle, our sports budget car. Looks like a lot of fun. Does not look like I put a lot of time into the design though. Hey, that's because I didn't. So that's the design stats. Looking pretty ample. There are the markets, also looking pretty ample, but let's check for optimizing. Okay, so I've managed to optimize the score up to 139.5 by adjusting the brakes and transmission. The transmission was basically there, but the brakes were way overkill. Budget classes want to spend as little as possible, obviously, so smaller brakes mean less money. but everything else looks fine. Have a look at the markets. Yes, much better now in everything. Now we've kind of optimized things a little bit more. Okay, so the mantle in this striking colour, ready for exporting. Looking forward to trying this one out. Okay then, next car. Generate a number 7, which is Muscle Premium again. So we've already had one in this category, so we will select another number. We want all different categories if we can per cluster. So number 3, which is Fun Premium. So another Fun Premium. That'll be a Fun Premium in every cluster so far. It'll be interesting to see how they progress and whether it chooses a different body this time. So 161.4 in Fun Premium to start with, and we have something different. Well, not something different, it's the same as the sports budget, but this I'd imagine will handle a lot differently. Well, I think it's safe to say my designs aren't getting really any better. But yep, this is the entry, our Fun Premium car, ready for adjustments. Okay, gearing wasn't too far off, they just like the top speed to be right at the top of the rev range. Yep, brakes can come down a bit to optimize the score more. Okay, some more adjustments to the brakes, and we have a score of 176.9. So there are the design stats. 2.3 litre inline 4, nice big one, and 125 horsepower. So it should be interesting to see how this handles. Here are the markets, looking very good in the markets. Very nice indeed, even scores well in sport. Okay, so the entry ready for export. Okay, so let's generate our final entry for this cluster. Generate a number 7, which have we already have? Yep, we've had that one. So we'll generate again. Number 6, muscle car. Yep. Okay, so let's have a muscle car. I think it only seems apt to have a muscle car in every cluster, since this is Gasmea. So it scores 134.7 in muscle, double wishbone front and solid axle leaf rear suspension. Ooh. So we have this great big body with a 4 litre V8, 175 horsepower. Sounds pretty decent. Okay, so this is entry 18 and it's called the Bark. Again, using a random noun generator to come up with these names. Hey ho, whatever works, works. I quite like the look of this one. It's going to be a big beastie to control, that's for sure. But yes, let's tune it up, see if it needs any improvements. Oh yes. Okay, so I've optimized the score up to 142.9 with adjustments to the brakes and transmission. So here's the design stats. And the markets, also looking pretty good. Okay, so our final entry, the Bark, ready for export. So that's our third cluster, the 60s 1966 Gasmea cars, all produced and ready to test. So yeah, next episode we'll be taking them on a road test and see how they feel around East Coast USA as usual, and try and get into some mischief with the traffic. So yeah, I hope you can make it for the next episode, and I'll hopefully see you there. Take it easy, guys and girls. Bye-bye.